Till less than 20 of Japanese people have passports. While the xenophobia in Japan is well known, you'd also have to consider other factors. English and Romance language speakers have a certain level of confidence that when they go abroad, they will likely be able to find accommodations for their language or be able to at least work out what signs are saying. Imagine instead of huge swathes of the world used Asian-style characters and pronunciations, and in most countries it was virtually impossible to find anyone who spoke even a little English. I think most of us would be way more inclined to stay at home too. The broken link to the statistics PDF fixed link. I can't find the given number 20, but on page 11 under 8 number of valid passports are only numbers which need to be calculated. All other numbers seem to talk about issued passports. Someone needs to aggregate the column total and divide it by the number of people who can get a passports at all. In Japan, heart surgeon. Number 1. Steady hand. One day, Yakuza boss need new heart. I do operation. But, mistake Yakuza boss die. Yakuza very mad. I hide in fishing boat, come to America. No English, no food, no money. Daryl give me job. Now I have a house, American car, a new woman. Daryl save life. My big secret, I kill Yakuza boss on purpose. A good surgeon. The best. Japan is really into domestic tourism, and with such a varied climate, they don't really need to leave the country. Snowboard in Hokkaido, and surf in tropical Okinawa. I guess the same sentiment is with the US. Here in the UK, our climate is mild, damp and permanently cloudy. Thus we need passports to actually see the sun. I recently went to Spain, and next to the main hotel sign outside, there was another concrete sign in Japanese which I thought was interesting. There was also a big group of Japanese tourists at the hotel. I wonder if it's a favorite place to go or it's linked to Japan somehow. Investor? Really wish I'd asked. The Japanese spent a few hundred years as a closed country. No one was allowed in or out, save for a few trading outposts. I imagine this has contributed to them being a more insular nation. The Japanese also seem to suffer massively with Paris syndrome. My Japanese family wonder why you would need to travel overseas when they have everything within Japan. I agree it's beautiful and fun there, but they're missing out on so much more. Just shows how sheltered and insular it can become living on an island. Lol. The LDP's Operation Prevent Brain Drain has been a success. Teach a massively gimped English syllabus, regimen holiday periods, overwork employees, encourage boozing as a pastime, and make scary reports about overseas on the TV all day. Having lived in several places across the world and visited many others, I feel like the entire country is in a collective depression, sexless, overworked, antisocial and not wanting to leave. And, hospitality is not their strong suit. Because Japan is already sugoi nyan, why would they need one to go anywhere else like dirty US? The mentality is very much like that one meme of McDonald's at home and such. They already have it, so they just don't go anywhere else. Japanese culture is even more insular than American culture, which makes the population extremely ignorant and apathetic to the outside world. But part of it is well earned because previous generations of Americans love telling the world how they're the best at everything. That's not a particularly extreme example. Only about 7 of Indian people do. I'm waiting for all the comments attacking them, like when someone posts that only a third of Americans have passports. Japan is an amazing country, so I can understand why they don't feel the need to travel abroad to get away. Now look up the percentage of Japanese who think that Japan has anything to apologize for regarding World War II. Valp. The comments degenerated pretty fast in this thread. Disappointing, but not entirely unexpected. Now I wonder what the rates are for other major countries, and for island countries like Australia. What's surprising about xenophobe countries having no interest leaving theirs? Pretty standard. I always renew my passport even though I never travel. You never know. So it's the same people I keep seeing over and over again on vacation. Nearly 100 of Japanese people speak at least a little Japanese. When you factor in population that's close to the same as the US. Breaking international travel is expensive. Few can afford it. That's a shame considering the strength of their passport. Why would they need passports? They're already in Japan. Japan is an amazing internal tourism board and economy.